my friends. Yep, we get another day of awesomeness. GGC treasure bag, lemon, lime, and mint arrived. And it's been the worst 3 hours because I'm looking over at this bag, knowing that I had to keep working and knowing that I had to wait. So let's get into it. Oh, and look, here's my bracelet. This is the one that's mine. And the second bracelet that was on that video fits perfectly. And I'm telling you, I will always connect those strands. I will always do that from now on out when I make a bracelet like that, like the second one in the video. But okay, let's get into this. I am so stoked because I'm loving greens. I have always loved greens, and I know that this has the greens in it. And also, I love to mesh those bags. And so I know that greens, I love green and pink together. I love green and purple together. Yellow, green, purple, pink together, that kind of meld. Okay. Oh, and it is. It's all the colors. Look at this, you guys. Oh, okay. This is happening. Yes, this is happening. This is totally happening. And I have more dolphins. Yes! And they're white. They're white. Oh, look at these. Oh my goodness. These are the greens, you guys. These are the greens. And oh, some little pops of I haven't seen this color. Oh, and look at them. Oh. Okay, let's get into this. I can't wait. So this one is called Lemon, Lime, and Mint, and we are going to go through it. Let's go through it. Okay. So for any of you that missed the unboxing that was released on Saturday, whenever I had gotten the first collection, which is the roses and lavender, I explained just how amazing these bags are. Now, last I checked, Gina still had some of these bags, so you will want to go to her website here, ggctreasures.com, and you'll want to be part of her email list, and you're going to want to sign up for her bags there. These are not subscription bags, okay? These are bi-monthly bags, and she sends you an email to give you a heads up that they're about to release. She does her own unboxing and go through of these, which, speaking of which, I was really excited. And so I was like, I'm going to go and watch hers so that I can see all of these greens. And then after she brought the first 2 items out, I'm like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I want to be surprised. I have to be surprised. And I'm really glad I waited. It was tough, but I'm really glad I waited. If you like greens or teals or blues, I mean, this mesh that is in this collection of lemon, lime, and mint is happiness. And did I mention how much I love yellow in the mix? Lemon, lime, mint. Oh, yes. So generous with these bags. I mean, total with shipping, it's like $50 in the United States. And it's not just 23 items, right? Because so many of these are grouped in together. It's more than that. But look at these strands. 15, 14 and a half, 16, 13, 14, 15 and a half, 18. And that's just the first 9 items. You've got to check this out. And we're about to go through this. Here we go. So we get to start out here with a 15-inch strand. This is 8 by 5 millimeter rondelles. This is opaque mint. These are spray painted glass beads. And you guys, they are gorgeous. I mean, there was not a single bead on here that had any type of blemish. They are absolutely beautiful. And this color, wow. This color meshes in with so many other colors, just like the colors that came in the other collection that I've already unboxed, right? But look at that. Yep, he's so awesome. We're just gonna let him kind of have his glory there for a moment. And then the next strand is a 15-inch strand as well. This is 4 by 2.5 millimeter rondelles. This is the opaque lemon lime. These are also spray painted glass beads. So they're essentially the same thing, just on a smaller version, smaller scale. And they're that more lemon limey green. And oh, so good, like the aventurine green, right? So good. Loving it. And then we have our gemstone. So our gemstone is 14.5-inch strand of 6mm round aventurine gemstone beads. And these are gorgeous. I love aventurine. I have so much aventurine. I have my own like big separator box that is nothing but aventurine. And I love that tone of this. The tone of this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Perfect. And you just wait till I bring out some of these other beads and then you see how well they're going to go. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. And to be honest, just going through this, I think I'm going to be making something directly after this unboxing included in this video. I'm just going to say it. I have to. And then look at this 16-inch strand here. This is 6 by 4.5mm rondelles. This is a minty mix. These are electroplated glass beads. And look at the minty mix. Like, look at these colors. So we have the peaches in here. We have the creamy and translucent. We have those beautiful greens. Goodness, I love that green. And then we have like the pale blush. And then we have some that looks more like rosaline. This is a stunning, amazing mix, and I am going to use every one of these beads. Do you see I'm winking up? I love these beads that we get from Gina. They are always like this, you guys. Always, always stunning. Just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And look at how this is going to pull in the mix of everything, right? And we have triangle beads. We have triangle beads, and I love that these triangle beads here, they are the dark, they're the light, they're the medium tone, so it pulls in everything that we have. And then we have the clear with that electroplating on them. Love them, and these, it's almost like that, just barely tinge of green to it. Just beautiful, right? And so what we have here is a 13-inch strand. So these are the 4 by 4 by 5.6mm triangle minty mix electric plated glass beads. And this pulls in everything. This absolutely pulls in everything. The mix is stunning. Stunning. I love that. Love those. Look at them. Right. And you know, I love me some gold framed electroplated beads. I love them. This is the 13-inch strand as well. I'm loving this color. Loving this color. These are 4.5 by 7mm oval mint golden framed electroplated glass beads. And this color is just spot on. And you know what I'm seeing with these? I mean, I was going through and I'm like, oh, golden bronze, golden bronze, golden bronze together. Yes, please. Thank you. Loving it, loving it, loving it. And I love all the tones. I love all the tones. I'm so glad it's not just one type of green, because green has so many versions of beauty. Love this. 14-inch strand. Look at these stunners. A 14-inch strand, you guys. So this is the 6 by 4mm rice beads. These are half rainbow cyan. These are electroplated glass beads. And look at those. Look at all those colors that pop on them. So just like that other collection, this just pulls everything in together. Whatever mix you're putting in here, these just kind of tie everything. It kind of pulls that gleam from everywhere and just, oh, I love it. Love it. Love it. Love these. I think I like these better than the other ones that were in the roses and lavender, and that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. But the way this green tinges in with like that purple and the gold, oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, these are going to happen today. You're going to happen today. Yep. And just like those baby pink super faceted beads, you're seeing it now, right? Look at the color of this. I love the color of this so much. Okay, so this is a 15.5-inch strand. This is 3 by 2.5mm rondelles. This is blue teal. They are electroplated glass beads. And they are, you know, easily said, happiness. They're happiness. Absolute happiness. Yes, I will use every one of those beads. Everyone. See, we're just only in the strands, and look at my bead mat. Really? I do think this is my favorite though. I do think this is my favorite. For one, I love these rectangle bicones. They are so different, they are so cool, and they pack a punch. I mean, look at them in the movement. It's like you're trying to figure out what they are and what they're doing and what they do in a design. So I mean, look at the purple ones here. You see them, how when I move, you see how you're getting all those angles? All those angles. They are just stunning, stunning, and they are just getting me hit after hit after hit. This may be one of my favorite things that's in the box. I absolutely love these. I love this color so much. And so actually I haven't read what it actually is. So here we go. This is an 18-inch strand, my friends, 6 by 5 or 6.5 by 5.5 millimeter rectangular bicone mint beads. These are electric plated glass. And I love the color. I love these beads. Yeah, favorite. Look at them. I told you, they do not mess around. But I mean, look at all of them when you move them. This is GGC, you guys. It is always, always like this. Beautiful. So I can't tell you how excited I am about these. Okay. So the pink ones were my favorite thing that's in the rose and lavender box. And I just love them. I think they're adorable. And these are on point. So we get this 3-piece pack here, and it's 20 by 22 by 8 millimeter glazed lime handmade porcelain beads. And I love how it pulls out. I love little color pops, just like in this one, how there's these little color pops that come into it a little bit. Love it. Love it. And I love this color. I love these beads. And I may just be making, more bracelets with these being incorporated the same way at some point, because I love the way that I was able to incorporate them, and I love the way that they were able to flow in that design, in both of those designs from yesterday that released today. Just love them. Love that so much. And then we get 15 of these guys, 15 by 8 by 5 millimeter aquamarine fish. These are spray painted glass beads. And this color is amazing. Amazing. Like, hello. Hi. We're just gonna, hang out here a little bit. Right. So fun. So good. I love it. I love it. These are going to be awesome also mixed in with the fish beads that's in the other box, the other bag, right? Just perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I love them. And look how they match that. Oh, so fun. And then we get 15 of these. This is 9 by 9 by 5.5 millimeter lemon lime tulips. These are also spray painted glass beads. And oh gosh, what I'm loving about these is that they're not just flat color. I love that, that color meld that they have in here. This is perfect because it's pulling out those whites. It's giving those different pops. You almost have a yellow tinge that's to them. So good. So good. Yep, that's good. I may be using those today too. Oh man, I'm not going to do a 2.5 hour video tonight. I'm not, but I am doing a video. And I think it's going to be just connected to this. Yay. Okay, so now we come in with our roses. This is a pack of 8, 14 by 12 by 9 millimeter lemon rose. This is rainbow electroplated glass beads. And I love the yellow that's in this. I love yellow with the green. I love yellow also with the colors that we got in the other collection. And these are just gorgeous. So one side is like translucent, and look at that. Is that not just so beautiful? Then the other side has that bam, hit ya. Oh, so good. And listen to him. Yeah, I know it's great. I know it's great. I know it's great. Have you guys left this unboxing yet and went and gotten your bag? Like, come on, we've got some creating to do. This is awesome. And I also cannot tell you how happy I am that I get double the dolphins. So yes, we have dolphins. These guys are really cool. I really, really like these guys. I love the heft that they have. I love where the hole placement is. So they're just perfect. Like, look at them. It's like they're swimming through my bracelet, right? Just so good. So good. I love them. Love them. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I got both of these. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. And I refuse to let myself look at these until right now because I know what they are. Okay. This is 18-piece crystal pack. This is 6 of 11 by 8 millimeter faceted drops. That's the lemon rainbow electroplated. And oh, yes. Oh, this color is where it's at. My friends, look at these. Oh my goodness. Look at these. Look at these drops. That color is perfection, perfection. And then we have those faceted octagons. And so look at these in that deep, deep green that this is. These are cyan, and they are AAA grade crystal beads. And I watched my unboxing back. It does not do justice to what these beads are. They are incredible, incredible, incredible. And then we have faceted rhombus beads. These are aqua, and they are AAA grade as well. Look at that. Like the way it goes. Yeah, I just don't think I can pick up just how awesome these are. But that cyan color, yeah, beautiful beads. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at them down here. I thought I would be better prepared for this. I mean, I saw the other ones. I know they are absolutely stunning, but I was not prepared. I did not prepare myself well enough. Oh, look at them. My goodness. I love this. And then a bag of amazingness. These charms. These are charm and pendant pack. There's 2 of the rhinestone alloy starfish. There are 2 of the rhinestone alloy butterflies. There is 2 of the rhinestone alloy dragonflies, and then 2 of the rhinestone alloy umbrellas with the little drop. I love the little drop coming off the umbrella, right? Just so cute. So here's the back side. And looky, they are just so cute. So, 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 so cute. And now I'm thinking all about that dragonfly. All about it. Before I couldn't get my eyes off of these starfish. And I love these umbrellas. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Gina, for being so good to us and being so generous to us. So happy. So, so happy. Yes, I've got to line them out. They're just so cute. I want to like look down at them. They're just adorable. Look at those there. Oh. And then we have the 6-piece pack of the golden alloy white enameled seashell charms. I'm so glad these are white. I'm so glad these are white because white pulls pop from everywhere. And with that pale pink color that's in the other box too, mixing these together, unbelievable. Unbelievable. They're just beautiful. They're very dainty and they're very pristine. Like, look at them. The enameling on these is just gorgeous, gorgeous. There's the back. These are gorgeous little charms. Love them. And I'm super happy they're white because it's going to pull all of those variations of the other colors that you're using in. That's what that white does. Love it. And a 2-piece pack here, 22 by 13 by 8 millimeter. This is white and green dried flowers. These are glass pendants, and they are just stunning. 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 Can you see in there? Like, they are legit. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. Goodness, look at that. Look at the detail. These are just gorgeous. I love them, love them, love them. I am so, so happy to have them. And then here we go. This is a 38 by 17 by 7 millimeter green aventurine horse eye with a platinum tone brass finding. And I love the veil. I love the bail. So now I have two. I have two with that very cutesy little bail. And oh, aventurine. You know, the thing about aventurine is it's always just that creaminess. You know, it always has that just creamy vibe to it. I love it. Love it. And these pendants are always so good. So good. Just beautiful. Beautiful guy. With that beautiful bail. That is super cool. And now we're pulling back in that cyan color. So this is awesome. This is a 32 by 9 by 6 millimeter dark cyan transparent faceted crystal glass with brass pendant. And yeah, it's pulling in that deep cyan. Oh, so good. So good. And I love how dainty it is. I love that it's so easy. So you get one that's more of a chunky, you know, with the gemstone in it. And then you get one that's this beautiful, beautiful glass that's just the dainty and delicate and just, so good. Beautiful. And I'm thrilled about this tassel. 80 by 8.5 millimeter dark cyan nylon tassel pendant. And this is really one of the best tassels I have gotten. I mean, I love the weaving that's here on the top. It gives that real big pop, but it's so soft and it's so pristine and it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love that. Love him. And then we have some more closures. So I really like this. I really, really do. It makes it so much easier for me. I don't have to like try to get my fingernails in there and kind of hold it in a certain way while I'm trying to put my bracelet on. Now, that's not to say I put my bracelet on myself, because I didn't. I still couldn't. However, it was easier to attempt. I'm terrible with being able to put my own bracelets on. I'm terrible. But I love that we get some in the gold and some in the silver, so it allows us to pull in what we want to for what design we're working on. I like that. I'm always a fan of that. You can just choose what you're needing for which design, and that's just brilliant. And then finally, last but not least, our Rolo chain. I love Rolo chain. So this is 1 meter of 4 by 1 millimeter platinum tone iron chain, and it just reminds me of Rolo chain, and it makes me happy because Rolo chain is universal. It can be used in so many different ways, whether it's elegant or rustic, guy, girl, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It just works. It just works. And so I'm so happy. So here's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to have you hold on for just a second. I'm going to get this stuff put up and get it all organized. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to make a bracelet. We're going to make a bracelet. I need another bracelet and I need it in these colors. Okay, I'll be back. All right, my friends. So here's what I'm looking at. Here, maybe bring us up a little bit. There we go. There we go. So I put it together pretty quick. I put together what I'm wanting to use and maybe how I'm wanting to do it. And what I'm doing is from the box, I have some of our aventurine, our little 6 millimeter aventurine. Love those guys. I'm pulling in some of our golden framed beads. Definitely pulling in some of our triangle beads. And the triangle beads that I'm pulling in for it is I went through and got the lighter green, kind of lighter green opaque, and I got these clear ones that have kind of that dark gray tinge on them. Those are really cool. It's like, you know, the beads looked really cool as I was doing the unboxing, but it's when you're also getting it off the strand and you're seeing all these different color pops come from them that you're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. So anyways, I'm using those. Definitely using our rice beads. I'm in love with them, I'm going to be using one of the roses that came, and we're going to turn this into something else. It's not just going to be a bead. Nope, nope, nope. It's going to be a button. I'm going to make it into a button. And out of our mix, I got a couple of the clear beads from that mix. And then what I'm pulling in, because this whole time I was doing this unboxing, I was like, oh, I'm needing some gold and some antique bronze. that's what I needed. Definitely, that's what I needed. And so that's what we're going to do. So what I thought was cool is I have some of this leather from Lima Beads, and this is 1.5 millimeter leather, and I just thought it went so well with this, right? So we're going to use this as our tie off our clasp, and so maybe we'll just start with that. So I'm going to come in here. This is like an 8-inch piece, and I'm not going to use all of this, but I like to have enough to work with. And for some, you may think I'm wasteful. That's okay. But I really, that's what I need. I need some work room with my fingers. And I'm just going to be making 2 knots in this. Okay. The first knot, I went way up here at the tippy top, and that's where our connection is going to be to our bracelet. Okay. So I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to do a little overhand knot. Put this through, maybe. I love all of these colors. I have so many thoughts and so many ideas, and I was trying to figure out just which one I wanted to filter my brain into. To settle down, Amy, pick one, let's go, pick one. And this gold and antique bronze just kept hitting me, and I was like, yeah, it needs to be that. And so that's what I went with. And so I just started pulling things from my stash. So I have some antique bronze baby bead caps and some gold baby bead caps. I have some of our antique bronze little dotted spacers. I have some of my plated hematite, and this is the gold. So that's the gold plated hematite. Also, I pulled in some of these Casey gold. I call this Casey gold. And sometimes whenever you order online, the lighter color gold, like that 18 karat gold plated gold, that's the color I'm looking for, that lighter gold. And I have these jump rings these oval jump rings that match. See how cool those are? And so I was like, well, since I'm grabbing oval jump rings, I may as well get some antique bronze oval jump rings, right? I have a bead frame. So I've used these in a tutorial before, and I have some left. And so we're going to use one of them. And then here recently from Amazon, I got a whole bunch of really cool bead caps that I'm excited about. And these are some of them. I think they're just cool, and they are going to really help us out in this design today. And I think these colors all meld so well, right? Now, because I used so much silver just last night with the ones that I did, I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So instead of using the charms that came in the bag, I'm going to use mine that are antique bronze. So I have a little firefly there, or a little dragonfly. And then I just have dangled one of those little gold rimmed beads from that. I used one of the triangle beads, the opaque triangle beads here, and I had this little cutesy little leaf, and so I put that on both of those and wrapped those. So I have 2 of those. Actually, I have 4 of them. This one I've already put together to show you what I'm looking for. And so for one of the dangles, I'm wanting one of these oval jump rings, and you see here, one of them's just plain, and then the other one has that leaf on it. But isn't that just so cute? The way that pulls that in. I love that combination. I love the combination so much. I have these little Czech glass seed bead, or these little Czech glass guys, these 4 millimeters in my stash. And I just happened to see them, and I'm like, oh, those colors go so well. So I grabbed a couple of them, have just a couple of dangles with using them. What else? I am using some of my Beadalon 7-strand here, and I have this cut to about 7 inches. And then I have this leather. So on this leather, I already have this knot up here up top, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and actually, why don't I go ahead and use this guy? I'll use this one because I want to use one of these jump rings for it. And since I already have dangles on here, I think that works out well. So I'm going to go ahead and jump ring this to that loop that I've made so far. So I'm going to attach him to that loop and then just close him up for right now. Make sure he's good and closed. And that's going to accompany our loop. And he's just going to have this little cutesy little dangle coming down here. Really cute. Okay, and then what I'm going to be doing from here is I want to come down so far and make another knot because this is going to be turned into a button, and I want to make sure first kind of how it's going to fit in there. So I'm going to save that to the side, but I wanted to get that part done. Okay. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and start on our stringing. I'm excited about it. I'm super excited about it. I'm going to start with the center. And what I'm wanting to do with this is I'm wanting to bring in one of our awesome little gold lined, and this gold reminds me of like kind of a bronzy color. It's kind of a bronzy color gold. So it just goes oh so well. And what I was thinking is of putting, actually, let me go through here. Okay. So it's going to be diamond shape. So I'm going to bring my beadle-on wire through it, and I'm going to pop on one of our little hematite spacers, and then I'm going to put our gold lined bead and then a hematite spacer. And so what I do from here is I just kind of let him settle down in there, let him settle down, and then I just very easily pull this wire down and pop it back up. And so now he's a floater. He's a cutesy little floater. Isn't that adorable? I love that gold and antique bronze together. Love that. And then on each side of this, I do want to go ahead and add another one of those hematite spacers. So I'm going to put one here and one here. Now, on each side of this focal, I think this is going to be so cool. I'm kind of excited about this, just a little bit. I want to mix. Okay, so I'm going to bring out a couple of these guys because we're going to need them next. And from here, I'm wanting to do a gold baby bead cap. So I'm going to come on here, and then I'm going to put this guy on. And then on the inside of him, I'm going to also do one of these little baby bead caps. And the only thing that I'm wanting in him is a clear crystal bead. So we're going to pop him on. Then we'll bead cap that. And then we'll bead cap that. And then guess what we're going to do? Guess what we're going to do? One guess. We're going to bead cap that. So if any of you are new here, I like bead caps. I like baby bead caps. I like bead caps. I like using bead caps differently. So I just think that is super cool and I love it. And actually, let me try something. Ooh, let me try something. Hold on. I wonder if I can incorporate these guys. That way maybe I can see that little peak come through there, right? So you see how that would work. Oh, let's see. I'm glad that just popped into my mind. I wasn't thinking about that originally. We'll put another one on there, and then we'll have that bead cap going towards it. And then we'll do a baby bead cap on top. Let's see. He kind of sits funny, don't you think? See how he's kind of sitting funny? I'm not going to do that. He doesn't sit in there well. That's a good thought, though. It's these sparks that I love so much. Whenever you go to start something and then it sparks you and you're like, ooh, what about this? What about this? Go with your sparks, guys. Always go with your sparks. They will not always be what you end up with, but oh boy, the things you can learn from those sparks. And that's what actually started a lot of my love for mixed metals was, a spark like, oh, wouldn't that just make that pop? And well, let's stack them. And so stacking bead caps is what started it all for me as far as, wanting those mixed metals. But isn't that just so cool looking? I just love that. I think it's absolutely adorable. And so I'm just going to do one of those right over here on the other side. Okay, so this is not going to be a difficult or complex project. It's going to be done here lickety split as long as I don't talk too much. There's that. And then we'll be on our way. And then you can say, yes, Amy does do tutorials that aren't 2.5 hours long. I wanted all of those bracelets, you guys. I wanted every single one of those bracelets. Every single one. Okay, put another one on the side and bead cap him. And then I'm going to go ahead and bead bug this one side, just so we can work down one side and then we'll work down that other. Okay, so here we are. That's going to be our center focal. And then from that point, again, not too difficult, but so fun. And that's what I love, is it's just kind of layering. So it's not hard, but boy, it looks complex whenever you look at it. My kind of thing. So I'm going to do one of our hematite here. And I think I want to do one of these little spacer beads here. Oh no, no, what I'm thinking is even better. I'm going to do one of our bronze bead caps on top of one of our gold bead caps. And then I think I'm just going to do a series of 3 with our aventurine here. So from here, I'm going to do the aventurine. And then I want to do one of my little spacers to give that pop in there. And then kind of like what I really like to do is that center one, I'm going to bead cap that center one just to give that extra little pop in there. So I'll put a bead cap on the other side of that. And then I'll do that spacer to give us that extra pop. Yeah, so good. Here. And then we'll come in with a bead cap. And then we'll top that bead cap with a little bronze bead cap. Beautiful. Beautiful. Fun. Fresh. Love that so much. Okay, and so this is just about it. I'm going to put on one of our little hematite here, and I'm just going to do a couple of our electroplated rice beads, and I want that hematite in the middle of them. So I'm going to do a hematite and then another one and a hematite. Now, we could potentially do 3, but I want to measure it first. Okay, so let's do the other side. Because our clasp here, the length of it will probably be, let's see, if that was a button in there, and then we had a knot down here, the knot's going to be kind of coming out. Okay, he's just going to be hanging and being all cute. And so that part is about 1.25 inches. Okay, so let's do the other side here and see what we're looking at for our size for the bracelet portion of it. And then we'll know if we're going to add a third one here. I love these colors. I love these colors so much. Okay, so I'm going to do a hematite. And then from that hematite, I'm going to jump in with a bead cap facing away, one of these bronze bead caps facing away. And I'm going to stack that on top of one of our gold bead caps. And then we're going to go into that series of 3. So I'm going to do one of our aventurine. And then from the aventurine, I'm going to do one of our spacer beads. Let's move him out of the way. Spacer beads here. And then I'm going to bead cap that center bead. And then I'll do another spacer. And then we will just come down here with the last one and bead cap him. So from here, I'm going to come back in with this bead cap, top him with the bronze. Okay, I've got this bronze on him. I'm going to do a hematite spacer, and then I'm just going to do 2 so far of these rice beads. With the hematite in between them. So cool. I love this kind of look so much. So much. Isn't that just so beautiful? It's those pops, they get me. They so get me. Okay, so we've got like 1.25 inches here. And right here, we are about 5.5. So 6.5, yeah, that's long enough. That's long enough. I might try to scrunch this little knot up a little bit more, but we do not want any more going on here. That's all there's going to be to it. And then we're going to close it up. So let's get out our our clamshell connectors. So I'm going to do a clamshell connector and a couple of our crimp tubes, and we're going to close this off. And here, bring him up through. What's cool about a bracelet like this too is you can stack it, you can layer it, you can turn it into a multi-strand, right? And then they connect, so they'll just connect so beautifully. I need a stronger pair of pliers, don't I? Why, yes, I do. Oh, they're a massive beast that I grabbed. I don't know where my black handles are. I mean, my area is cleaned up, but I don't know where. I'll close him off really good, and then I'm going to slide him all the way down. We're just going to do the same thing on this other side. So I have my hematite there, so that's good. I want to make sure of that. I have something underneath my nail. And then we're going to bring this down. Now, I want there to be movement in this, but I don't want space. And so I'm a big fan of letting nature do its work here. Gravity do its work, I guess. And then I'm going to keep a hold of him in my palm. So I'm going to start out with these because I can get down in that groove better because, you know, my black ones aren't here. So I'm going to grab a hold of him. Once I get a good grip on him, that's when I come in and I pull up on the wire and I push down as I squeeze. And because he was wrapped up in my hand, we know that he's not going to be stick straight. And we do not want him stick straight. We do not. Have you guys ever made a button out of one of your beads? It's so easy to do. It's so easy to do. Oh, I haven't talked to you about the wire that I'll use for that. Pardon me. So I'm going to be using some 26 gauge wire, and I'm going to double it up. I really like using that if I'm turning a bead into a button because it's easy on the skin. Even if you wrap it like I'm going to be wrapping it, it's easy on the skin. It's not super scratchy or anything like that. It's a softer wire. And so I'm going to close this guy up. Okay, so there is part of our bracelet. Then from here, what I'm wanting to do is I'm going to get these bead bugs out of the way. I'm going to take a peek at my dangles that I have. And then let's talk about the size of this for our button. But first, let's make that button. So 26 gauge wire, very, very thin. I have this cut to about 12 or 13 inches, and we are going to fold it in half. Okay, I'm wanting to have this. So it's going to give it that extra stability, but still allows it to stay soft because that's what this wire is. It is soft wire. Okay, so I'm just coming down here, pinching here at that halfway point. And are we going to end up using all of this? No, 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 no. Would I rather have a little too much than not enough? Yes, yes, indeed. So I'm going to push this through. I'm going to bring him to about the half mark. And then you need to choose now what you would be looking for. Do you want this electroplated side to be shown, or do you want that more clear side? And I like the reflection that happens in here, so I'm going for the clear side. And so once I'm at about my halfway point, I'm just going to pop these back and I'm going to crisscross them right over the back. That way I know where my center is. And the way I usually do it is I kind of hold on to it like this, and then I just give it a little spin. That way I'm like, okay, you're in the center. And there's the start of what we're doing. Okay, you want this in a V. and I'm just a big fan of twisting my wire. And so that's what I'm going to do. I want to hold on to this bead really well, and I want to hold on to that bead where that connection is coming out, where that wire is coming out of it, right? And so I'm then going to do quick little movements, and I'm going to make twists. And I'm just going to twist it all. I got to keep the wire together. And then I'm just going to twist it. I try to be pretty sequential here so I don't have big knots and big, areas that aren't the same. And I'm going to go out a good several inches because I'm going to twist this up. We're going to make a wrapped loop with this, and that wrapped loop is going to be our connection to the bracelet with our button, our bead that's a button. So you see how I have some knots in here? That's because I wasn't, either I wasn't paying attention or I wasn't being, sequential with my movements. So I think this is going to be about enough. This is probably about, what, 2 inches, 2.5 inches? It's about 2 inches. I want a good 2 inches, so I'm going to do a couple more. I'm going to do a couple more little twists here because I would rather cut some off than not have enough to go around there. There we go. That should be good. So we're maybe at 2.5. How about 2.5? Okay, so let's cut this off. I'm going to get that pokey side off there. Okay, so you see that end likes to be a little pokey. I'm going to get that all the way off. Okay, so we'll get him out of the way. So now I'm going to come in here with my round nose pliers. And what I personally do is I kind of pop it up a little bit, to where it's not sticking straight out the back, to where it more so comes up to the top. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do a small wrapped loop. So I'm going to come to the top of where that connection is. See where our connection is here? Come up to that top, and we're just going to start that wrapped loop. And so if he's up a little higher than I want him to be, I'll just kind of scrunch him down, come back, scrunch him down. But either way is fine. It's really your preference, but it's a soft wire this way, okay? And I'm just going to keep hold of him, and I'm going to wrap him around a few times. Yep, I think that'll be good. We'll trim him up. Now in that stage, I have definitely cut my wire before that's connected to my bead, so watch that. It can happen. It can happen. And you want to tuck him in real good. That's why I didn't want to go too far, because I want to tuck him in really good. This is going to be on your wrist, and you do not want that pokey to be there. So you see how I'm tucking him right down on the underneath side of that. Make sure that we are good. Then I usually do a little work harden, kind of go around him a little bit. Okay, that's our little button. That's our little button. So here, what I'm wanting to do is where I'm going to make that connection, I'm going to use probably one of our pretty little twisted jump rings, oval jump rings. It works out really well that way since, it's also twisted wire that's on there. And I think I'm going to stick, I'm going to come back in with my dangles afterwards. I want to take a peek at this and see what I want to do with it. So I'm going to pop him right on here. Make sure we close him up really good. I need my black tough stuff pliers. These are not tough enough. Okay, so there's that side. And then now I want to come in here and I want to measure that sizing for the button in our leather. So what I usually do is I start my tie, and so I'm just going to do an overhand knot. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here, get my finger in there, bring it through. And this is really good leather. I like the leather there. I mean, it's not as good as the leather from, say, Leather Cord USA, but they're always really reasonably priced and lots of cool colors, and it doesn't bleed. And so like when you're washing your hands, if it happens to get a little bit wet, it's not gonna bleed all over your wrist. And that's a big deal to me. That's a big deal to me. So I'm not gonna tighten this. See how this isn't tight? It's pretty darn loose because I wanna see what sizing I need to get my button through this. And so for this button, I'm wanting him to be able to, because you gotta think too, this will expand over time. Okay, it's leather, so it'll stretch, it'll expand over time, but I'm wanting my button to very snugly go in. So right now it's going through a little bit too easily for my taste. So I'm gonna bring that button up here. I'm gonna just kind of push him a little bit more, push him a little bit more, and now that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Now, usually after my bracelet's done, I come in here and squirt a little of that GS Hypo cement in here. Just a little like dot in between these, just to make sure we're good. And I'm going to make these ends the same size. Okay. So he's right there. And that's just so cute. And so on this side, I already have my jump ring here. So I'm gonna open that up. And I'll pop it on the other side there. And then we will check our length. So I have a couple little dangles, and actually, let me see. One of those dangles is on one side. So let's put this one on this side. Let's put our bracelet connection on, and then we'll do that other dangle. That way we have it on both of those sides. And I'll close him up really nicely. Okay, so when this closes, he's gonna come in here. He's gonna be pretty snug, but not too snug. Let's see what size this is, shall we? One sec. Okay. So I'm down in here and I'm at 6.5, and that is my size, 6 1/4, 6.5. I'm a happy camper. So this is my bracelet. Yes, 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 it is. Now let's think about where else we want our dangles. I usually take a look at my bracelet or a bracelet like this from this point. You know, whenever it's laying, you know, where do I want them to be? I think I want a couple here, and I think I want possibly one here, possibly one down in here, but definitely one over here. And I think that's where I want my dragonfly guy. I think that's where I want him. Now what you could also do is you could make another little knot with your cord, and you could have that coming off of here to where it's an extender. If you're making this for someone else, you could do an extender that way. You could make this leather longer, and you could have 2 different loops, and then say, you know, you have them try it on. You have them try it on, and if this loop fits, all you got to do is cut this one off, right? And then you have your tail. So many options using it with something like this, but mixing those metals, my friends, it is such a big deal. So let's come in here, and I'm gonna grab another one of these. Oh, I forgot I brought this out too. Isn't this just so cute? So cute. I thought he would look cute on there. We could do something with him too. Okay, so let's grab this out. We will open him up. And then let's pop on, I think I want them kind of separate, don't I? Don't I? Let's see. So I'm gonna pop him on here so he has a nice little dangle that goes with him. Okay, so that's super cute. And then if I come in here to pop him on like so, how do I want to do that? Because I don't want it to interfere with the button itself, and I don't think it will. It's coming down like that. And I think I might just go ahead and pop one of these on each side. So I'll pop him through. And over here on this side, I'll pop him through. That way we have that little gold pop also with that dragonfly. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. Hold on, Jasper. We'll go outside and go potty in a minute. It's time. I am so happy. I am so happy about getting both of these bags. I absolutely, absolutely love them. And, oh, I know what I was going to show you guys before I'm done here, So let me get the other box. So I was like, So I pull this out, and these together, I mean, some of these colors, so many of these colors mesh so well, but these fish, looky here. Tell me those colors are not perfection together, just perfection. And so many of them are like that. I just started grabbing from both, and I was putting them in my hand, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so great. This is gonna be so fun. I love everything she puts out, but this summer blend that she did, Gina, kudos. You are awesome. And so since this is a button closure, I should be able to put it on myself, kind of like a toggle, right? Actually, let's put it on the other wrist, and then I can show you my bracelets from each of those collections. Okay. The first couple times are always the hardest, but you want it to be that way. Oh, there you go. Oh my goodness, looky. So here is from the Roses and Lavender collection, my second bracelet, my first bracelet. And then from this Key Lime and Mint collection, nice and rustic and just, so pretty, so pretty. Look at all of that. I love it. I love it. Thank you for being here with me, friends. I am so happy you were here for this unboxing and for a design afterwards. Be on the lookout. I am all over it. It is just super happiness. Until we meet back here on this bead mat, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye, friends.